There are two pillars that make human minds productive from an institutional perspective. The first pillar is freedom. People have to have freedom. They have to have liberty in order to be creative, to be innovative, to come up with new solutions. It's interesting to me that in universities, academics understand that. They talk about academic freedom, and they're right. The same people, however, don't understand that in business you also need to be freedom. If business people are going to come up with better solutions, they have to have the liberty to do that. In my career, I've seen dozens of opportunities where we could have improved the quality of life for our clients, but it was against the law to do it. Government rules and regulations deny freedom in the economic sphere and reduce the quality of life and the standard of living. The second institutional pillar that makes human minds productive is knowledge. And knowledge in the broadest context comes from education. So the quality of our educational institutions has a profound impact on the quality of our lives. Interestingly enough, that's why we can't accept a failed K through 12 education system, which is why we must introduce competition and discipline into the education system by trying to encourage the privatization of the system. We have to have that kind of competition and discipline if we want to have the quality outcome we need. The interesting thing is that when we're clear about our purpose and we use our thinking capacity to accomplish our purpose, we get to do something very important. We get to raise our self-esteem. At higher levels in organization, for people typically that are watching this kind of presentation, if failures happen, they almost always happen, in my opinion, because of low self-esteem. The people are smart enough, they're well educated enough, but sometimes people have subconscious beliefs that based on low self-esteem that result in self-destructive action. In addition, on a broader plane, self-esteem is the foundation for happiness, and happiness is the end of the game, right? Sometimes people in business get confused. They think that money's the end of the game. Well, money's fine, but money's not an end. Money can be a means to an end, it's not an end. Happiness is the end. And I use happiness in the broadest context, in the Aristotelian sense of a life well lived. Self-esteem is a complex subject, but I want to talk about one fundamental aspect of it, and that's a relationship of self-esteem to work and why work is so important in that regard. For practically everybody watching this presentation, your work, however you define it, will be the most important driver of your self-esteem because you spend a disproportionate amount of time, effort, and energy at work. So work is very important in regards to self-esteem. Something I say to all the employees of BB&T. It's real important to BB&T that you do your job well, but it's far more important to you. You might fool me about how well you do your job, you might fool your boss about how well you do your job, but you'll never fool you. If you don't do your work the best you can possibly do it, given your level of skill, given your level of knowledge, you can't do the impossible, but if you don't do your work the best you can possibly do it, you will lower your self-esteem. Now here's the good news. Do your work the best you can possibly do it, given your level of skill, given your level of knowledge, and you will raise your self-esteem. And that's more important than whether you get more money or you get a promotion, because it's about who you are. That concept is applicable on a societal basis also. Take an entry-level construction worker, a bricklayer. Maybe he works all his life and just makes enough money to take care of his family. But he does that, and he takes care of his family, and he gets to have children. Maybe some of those children start small businesses. Maybe his grandchildren become university professors. Maybe not. Maybe not. That construction worker, even though he may not have a great material standard of living, he has something really important. He gets to be proud of himself. He gets the self-esteem from taking care of his family, and that comes out of very productive work. Take that same construction worker and give him welfare. He may have more money, but he loses something so precious. He loses pride in himself. He loses his self-esteem, which is a tremendous price to pay. By the way, the Founding Fathers got that. These were really smart guys. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. They didn't say life, liberty, and wealth. They didn't say life, liberty, and security. They said life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Happiness on the terms that each one of us want to pursue our lives. It's interesting, a lot of the focus going on today is about security. Well, we care about security, but the United States is not the land of security. People didn't get on a boat and travel to Jamestown to be secure. The United States is a land of opportunity. The opportunity to be great, the opportunity to fail and try again, the opportunity to be the best you can be like that construction worker. And that is the American sense of life, and that is what's so precious and what we need to defend. Thank you very much.